What's up guys, this is Ronnie. Welcome back to our channel Total Technology Zone. This is tutorial 57 and today's topic will be how to chat with your MongoDB database using LangChain and OpenAI. Okay, so the title is very simple. So we are going to actually interact with one of our MongoDB database, and we'll be going to use obviously simple English language, and um, the system will understand the question, convert that question into a NoSQL query. Obviously, it should be relevant for MongoDB, and after that, it will get the result. Okay, so that is the ultimate thing we are going to develop. Okay, and what are the things we are going to do? So small setup related information to MongoDB Atlas. Set up the Mongo client for PyMongo. So basically our LangChain and OpenAI is going to uh, generate the query, and after that we need to run the query, right? For that, obviously you have to use a Python driver, and with the help of Python driver we'll be going to create a PyMongo client. Okay, write efficient prompt to perform all the steps very like efficiently. We need to have a prompt, and prompt should include your schema and some sort of sample question and answer, so that it will be able to predict the right query. Okay, so next thing is actually format the prompt. Obviously in the prompt we'll be going to use multiple inputs, so I'll be going to mention all those things. use llm chain Use LLM chain to generate the MongoDB NoSQL queries. At the end, we'll be going to use LLM chain module from the LangChain to generate the query, and we'll use the query with our Python code to generate the result. Okay, that is the thing. And obviously, I'll be going to share the code in this URL. So, if you are watching from the YouTube, so you can get this thing from the description, and if you are watching this from this tutorial, then probably you will get the PDF, PowerPoint slide there. I'm also adding the link. Okay, with that note, let me open my Google Chrome. So basically this is actually cloud.mongodb.com. Here actually I hosted my MongoDB service. So basically it's a cloud service. I believe it is provided by there is a company called Atlas. They are actually doing it, right? So you have to actually create an account here, cloud.mongodb. After that you will sign up and you will see some setup. Once you create the setup, you will get a database, and inside the database, once you create the database, it will ask you to actually load sample data. You have to just click on the load sample data, so it will create this many collections. So in the NoSQL database or in the MongoDB, you don't have a concept of table, you have a concept called collection. So this is our database sample Airbnb, like this, and within that we have this many collections are there, right? So we have, this is the collection, only one collection. Again we have another database and we have this many collection, means this many table. Okay, but remember in NoSQL we don't have a concept called table. In MongoDB we have a concept called collection, and if I click on the collection, we are able to see this data. So you see these are the data, right? Like this, all this thing like listing ID, URL, summary, see all these things are there, right? Okay, all fields are there. So basically I'll be going to use this database to talk with our LangChain. Okay, let me minimize this thing and let me open this thing here. Okay, so let's start writing the code. Okay, and in the code repository I'll be going to send you this many files. So basically this is our main program. There is something called prompt.txt. So basically I have already created this prompt. Obviously to record this video I have to do some sort of homework, and I have to make sure that I'm delivering the right content to you. So I created this prompt, and in the video if I am going to write this prompt, it will take an hour, right? So I did a lot of research, a lot of hit and trial, and after that I came up with this prompt. So basically I'll be going to just copy and paste this prompt here. So the main important part is actually this part, you see, and here I mentioned that I am giving some schema information here. So schema information is actually what are the things are available as a field in my MongoDB collection. So basically if you click ID, listing, URL, all these things are there. So I mention all this thing, and after that I explain the details about them. So we have to do this many tasks. Okay, so everything is mentioned. And if something is embed object means what? Embed object means, for example, sorry, no, not here. So yeah, so these are the objects. See, host is the object, So basically this many things are there. So these are the embed object, have host, address, availability, review score, and the reviews. Okay, so see, all these things are there. Host is embed object, address is object, location is an object, then image, then URL, all these things are mentioned. Like, it's a very detailed document. And what are the things I have to I actually mention here. So basically I said that user is going to ask a sample question. As an expert, you must use the above thing. Whenever required, you have to just return the query, nothing else. Don't return any additional text with the query, and follow this strictly. I just need the query, no text, because I'll be directly using that answer into Python driver, inside the Python driver, to actually get the result, right? So this is my input question, and output will be coming in this format. And I said here that I need a MongoDB aggregation pipeline query. So that pipeline means, query means, aggregation pipeline means it is going to give you multiple steps, and I have to just run this thing, and this is going to be a list, and I have to just run this thing inside a Python driver. Okay, and here a couple of sample question I'll be just going to use for today's like tutorial. You can like use anything just to save some time. I just created already here, so that I just can go and copy and paste. And there is sample code, basically like sample, not a sample code, this is a sample question answering thing. I'll be going to pass this thing inside the prompt. So basically, if this is the question, the it should give this return. If this is the question, this should give return. So the LLM will actually have a very solid understanding what I'm expecting, or what LLM should give me, right? And there is a test.py. So there basically you can test your query against this code. Here everything is mentioned. So important thing is actually username and password. Obviously after the tutorial is done, I'll be just going to change my password, but for the time being I show you how to get the password. So basically if you click here in the database, you'll be going to see, right, database access, and there you can create a user, and after that you can get a password. Okay, so that's it. Okay, so I'm not going to do the nitty-gritty details of the MongoDB cluster setup. That is a very simple thing. If you can search in the Google, or if you just search in the YouTube, you will get multiple documents, but our ultimate objective is actually chat with the data. So let's click here, and let me show you my my database name is actually remember, my database name is sample ARB and BNB, and my collection is listing and reviews. Okay, so now I'll be going to just minimize this thing, and I'll be going to start writing my code. Okay, so let's make it a little bit bigger, like this. Okay, so let's start writing the code. Okay, that's it. So let's start. Okay, so first let's import the Streamlit, because obviously I'll be going to create a Streamlit UI. Import Streamlit as st. Okay, right, that is the thing. Okay, so after we do the Streamlit thing, what we'll do, we'll be going to create, let's say, st dot title. So we'll be just going to give a title to our like application. So what will be the title? So maybe I can just simply write like talk to MongoDB. Okay, right? And then what we'll do, I'll be just going to write one more thing, st dot write, ask anything and get answer. Okay, that's it, right? And then we'll be going to create a input box, right? So let's say input is going to be st dot text area, and we'll be going to write enter your question here, right, all done. Okay, so this is the Streamlit things is ready. Streamlit thing is ready. Now what we'll be going to do, we'll be going to actually now import PyMongo client. Okay, so from, I think where is the PyMongo? Yeah, PyMongo import what new we want to import? Mongo client. Where is the Mongo client? Okay, that's it. Mongo client is there. Done. Now let's first set up the username and password. Okay, so maybe I can just write username equals to, my username is actually this one, and my password is actually, I'll be going to get the password from my MongoDB Atlas. So basically, again, let's go to let's go to database. Okay, go to actually, yeah, database access. Okay, edit, and I'll be going to actually edit password, copy auto generated password, copy the password, and update user. So password, I just got it from there, and you have to just paste this thing. Don't worry, I'll change the password after some time. And after that, you have to create a client, Mongo client, right? So CLIENT Mongo client. So how to get the client? So a very simple thing, you don't have to remember anything. Just go to database, click on connect, and click on here Python driver. So basically just copy this entire thing. Okay, that's it, your job is done. So basically Mongo client like this, we have to just paste like this, everything is done. Okay, all done, right? All good. Now we have to change this thing, our username and whatever is required, will be going to change them, right? So Mongo client MongoDB. So basically up to here it will be double quotes, and after that we have to make a plus. Okay, and now we'll be going to write import. Remember the steps or else you will get some error. Import URL lib. So basically after plus, what you have to write? You have to write this URL lib dot maybe like this. Okay, so basically dot URL lib dot parse, right? Dot quote QUOTE, like this. So this is done, right? And after that, what is happening? Again, we have to just write a plus and then double quotes, and basically like this. Okay, and then again plus, and again this password will be actually remove here, and I'll make it PWD, like this, okay. And what I'll do, I will again do the same thing here. Okay, and once this thing is done, then we have to just again a plus and again this, and I believe, yes, I think everything is perfectly fine now. Okay, so all done. So cluster and everything is ready. Let's check whether it is able to give me any error. Okay, so I believe no error is there, so everything is fine. This client is actually working. Okay, so now what we'll be going to do, we'll be going to create our database. So basically db equals to client dot db name. What is our db name? Sample Airbnb, right? So our db name is sample Airbnb. So if you go here and if you browse collection, this is our db name, right? So basically what I'll do, I'll just copy this part. This is our db. Okay, so paste it here. Now collection equals to db of collection. Sorry, what is my collection name? Right, Okay, all done. It's perfectly all right. Okay, so let me execute this thing and see whether it is giving me an error or not. So this part is for Mongo client, so I just write Mongo client. Okay, so let's execute. No error means everything is fine. Okay, so now what we'll be going to do, we'll be going to import a LangChain module call from LangChain OpenAI import chat OpenAI, right? This is done. What else is required? I think I believe we'll be going to require LLM chain and prompt template, right? So from LangChain dot prompts import prompt template, and last thing will be from LangChain dot chains import what is that LLM chain? I think this is this LLM chain, but I don't know why this LLM chain is actually not coming here. Just hold on. Maybe then could be LLM chain. LLM. Okay, so let's execute. Okay, okay, so let's see how it is going to work. So up to this point there is no error. So first thing first, we'll be going to set up our LLM. LLM equals to chat OpenAI. So model equals to GPT-4, temperature equals to 0.0, done, right? So now next thing is actually we'll be going to create a variable. So basically for that I'll be just going to write import IO and JSON, the three module. Why these things are required, I will tell you. Okay, so first I'll be going to read this file because our information is available in sample.txt. Okay, so information about sample query. So with io.open, okay, so it should be sample.txt, right? Then r means read mode, then encoding equals to utf-8 f1, right? Then what I'll do, I'm just going to write data is equals to f1.read, right? Done. Then what I'll do, we'll be just going to close it, f1.close, so done, right? Okay, so what I'll do, I'll just make it sample, right? All done. Right, now we'll be going to write our prompt. So basically prompt equals to, so we're just going to copy and paste this thing. I don't have to do anything, everything is set here, right? Okay, so this sample is actually going to get the sample value which is defined at the above here, and this input is coming from the user question and output will be in the format. So everything is set. So once the video is over, you guys have to actually read this part, everything. See, I have very detailed documented, I have created a very detailed and documented like prompt. It took me almost 2 hours to complete just the prompt, because you see these things are detailed. Okay, right. So there is a reverse engineering technique, I use it. So basically what you have to do, you have to copy and paste your like when you are going to, definitely you can use it with another data. So what I did, I'm telling you, so I just copy this thing from here and I paste it into ChatGPT prompt, and I ask him to explain the schema definition with description. So it gives me this information. this schema definition, right? And then I ask him, imagine you are a MongoDB intelligent expert, so what sort of prompt shall I like use to instruct any um, language model? Then actually it gave me this information, we should start with this thing. And after obviously I refine it multiple times, but basically if you're using like OpenAI LLM model, then probably you can just reverse engineering this thing using ChatGPT. Now the question is that can you use another model? Yeah, obviously you can use another model. I tried Hugging Face, dedicated endpoint as well for the new Mistral model, and the performance is actually, I believe it is not like matching the perfect, like the the efficiency level is very less. Okay, basically it is not stable as well. I mentioned that I don't need any other thing other than the query. It is not giving me anything other than the query, but when I was using Mistral, so sometime it is giving me, sometime it is not giving me, sometime it is not giving me any query, it is just proposing something. So yeah, till now OpenAI is the hands down the best model for any specific purpose. Yeah, obviously you can tune it any other open source model for a specific task, but for any generic or programming specific task is there, then probably hands down OpenAI is the best. Okay, till now. Okay, and the GPT-4 model. Yeah, obviously you have to burn down some sort of money, but when you are actually working on this sort of innovative things, yeah, you have to consider those things, right? Okay, so all these things are done. I believe the main job is over. Now the couple of more lines only. Okay, so we'll be going to actually create something. So let's see, query uh, with prompt. Okay, so what we'll do here, query with prompt. So basically it should be prompt template, right? And then template is prompt, right? Okay, then input variables, and it should be a list. So there are total two input variable. One is question, right, and sample, right? So question, sample, this two input variable, right? All clear, right? So let's create an LLM chain. LLM chain is equals to LLM chain, then LLM equals to LLM, right? Then prompt equals to query with prompt, right? And the last thing, verbose, right? Obviously verbose equals to true. I just want to see the steps. Okay, so let's up to this point just check whether any error I am getting or not. So no error I am getting, so everything is perfectly okay, right? So no error. So the final thing, so if input means if user enters some inputs. Okay, let me show you something from here, how the UI is look like now. Streamlit run main.py, right? So basically I'm trying to say we have to mention something here, right? So means once the input is actually something here, then probably it will come. So basically hi, right? Press dollar enter. Yeah, so nothing, no button is coming, so we have to actually enable that button. So button, so what I'll do, if input, right, if input is not blank, then we'll be going to inherit a button. Okay, so if input is then not none, okay, then button equals to st dot button and submit. So basically if there is something written by the user, so button will be initiated. Okay, and if the button is pressed, if button, then what is actually going to happen, So there will be response. I'll just create a variable called response equals to LLMchain dot invoke. Okay, like this, and it should consist of a dictionary. Okay, so dictionary should have key as per the variable question, right? This question will be the input, like input is the variable which user is going to enter here, if you remember this input. Okay, right, and sample will be the value of the variable which we got from the file, right? Sample, and this is sample. How the sample is created? So if I go here, this is a sample. So I believe everything is done, our all job is done. Now we'll be going to get the query. Okay, query equals to response dot text. Okay, and let's print this query here first, whether I'm getting the query. That is the first thing. Okay, right, all right. So let's write the query. So let's ask a question from here. Which country has the maximum properties listed? Okay, this, then this, see, the button is coming, and this, see. So something started happening, see, it's working. Okay, I got the query, chain is finished, and it is returning me this thing, right? So now I have to run this thing against a Python program, right? So I have already created, so basically let's do something. Okay, so run this thing. So basically this is the query. So basically result equals to results equals to actually collection. Collection is actually defined at the top, collection dot aggregate. Okay, and there I'll be going to mention this query. As I said, this is going to be a list. Okay, okay, let's see whether I am getting something or not. Okay, maybe I think I need to reform something, like format something, and because of that I actually use JSON. As I told you, I'll be going to explain you, though it is looks like it's a list, but it is actually a string. So I'll show you. Okay, so see, if I execute this thing, it is going to give me an error now. Okay, so it is saying it must be a list, so this must be a list, right? So basically what you have to do now, JSON dot loads, and I have to convert that into a JSON. Now if you see, it is going to give me no error. So it is not, now it is not going to give me any error. Finish chain and see, no error. Output is not coming because I didn't write any output. So now what is going to happen? So for doc in, or for, maybe I can just write results. Okay, right, for result in results, and I'm just going to write it into Streamlit. st.write, right, what I'll be going to write, result. Okay, that's it, our job is done. Let's write this thing. Okay, so this is our entire code, and I believe within 160 lines you have created a very nice efficient application which can be can be useful with any MongoDB database. Only thing is that you have to actually change this prompt and this schema. So I have given you this prompt and schema, everything, and sample, so that you can use it. Okay, so let's submit and let's see how it is doing. So query is generated, finish chain is happening, right, and it is running something. See, United States. Okay, right, so right, all done. So just for your understanding, what we will do, I'll be going to print the query as well, so that you will understand what is happening. Okay, print query. Okay, so now let's ask the next question. So which country has the least properties? Okay, so maximum is United States, so let's see minimum. Okay, okay, let's see, it is doing something. Yeah, this is the query, and I believe we got the output as well, China. Okay, so now let's see, let's run next thing. which host has the maximum number of listing. We need the host name and ID. So basically we'll be going to ask it here. Okay, let's see. It's started. Okay, yeah, it started. It gave me the query, and hopefully I got this thing here. So host name has no value for this thing, so that is why only ID is coming and host name is blank. So let's ask the last question. Same thing but little bit different. Okay, so this is super cool. I'm amazed by the knowledge, and this is just because happening because we have created the very intelligent and efficient form. So Roy, and this ID is this super. I'm super excited and impressed by this thing. So basically if you want to generate some sort of, or if you want to develop very nice like efficient application, then probably you have to actually like invest some time on developing your prompt. So now the main question is that does we does this require like any knowledge? Yeah, obviously if you think that AI is going to replace everything, it is not the case, because to actually use the AI efficiently, you should require a prompt, and to develop and build the prompt, you should have a knowledge about, you should have the knowledge about on that topic, right? Without the MongoDB knowledge, I could not create this thing. I couldn't have created this thing, right? Just because I have the prior knowledge to MongoDB, I just like able to do it, right? So that is why the product knowledge or the like elementary knowledge is required. Then only we'll be able to work with AI efficiently. So that is why whether it's a MongoDB database or any SQL database, you should have a little bit knowledge and understanding of the product itself. Then only we'll be able to instruct the like LLM to get your queries to be like resolved, right? So that's it. I believe you guys enjoying this tutorial, because I'm super excited about this tutorial. So thought of actually creating this thing, and hopefully this will help you guys a lot in your like project, in your freelance. You can use this thing as a freelance project, and if possible try to actually like extend this product like with the help of some other like ideas. And if you have some nice cool idea with your mind, if you want me to collaborate with you, please let me know in my comment box, so that we can work together. But if you are just watching this for learning purpose, one piece of advice: don't just watch the video. After watching the video, write down the code by your own. Until and unless you are not writing the code properly, it is actually not going to help you, because after some time you will forget, right, if you don't write the code by your own. And writing the code is actually going to give you a lot of confidence. So that is why please whenever you are reading or like watching something, try to build that by your own, with your own idea and knowledge. Because see, I have a very limited time. With that limited time, I'm just giving you small intuition towards any topic. But when you are going to join in the company, probably the dynamics will be entirely different. That time you have to think a lot of other perspectives. So that is why you should be confident enough and you should be expert enough to handle all those challenges, right? Okay, before I conclude this video, one last request, that is also my personal request. Guys, please try to subscribe to my channel if you are watching this video for the first time. I have uploading LangChain and OpenAI or AI artificial intelligence related video on a regular basis, and all my videos are like use case driven. So please help me to grow. Your one subscription is actually going to help me a lot, because one subscription will bring two will bring 20. So please help me to grow. Until and unless you guys are not subscribing, you will not get any like push from the YouTube side. And until and unless I'm not getting the push from YouTube side, YouTube will not like promote my channel to the larger audience. So please help me to grow. It's a request, and I am promising I'll be coming back with more updated and like valuable videos in the future tutorials. Okay, with that note, I'm just going to conclude the video over here. We'll see you in the next video. Till then, take care. Goodbye. Have a nice day. Happy learning, and have a nice weekend. Thank you.